I would like to begin with a quotation from new mother Linda Strauss of Santa Fe. She says, "It's hard for me to imagine leaving him," talking of her 2-month-old son Gabriel. "Just being with him all day, leaving him with a virtual stranger, and then that's it till, I retire. It's kind of crazy to think about it," reports USToday.com. Women across America have babies every day. Some are blessed with the option to not have to work, while the majority of the rest have to work to support their families. Each of us knows several mothers who, after 6 weeks of having their bundles of joy, have to put them in a daycare where they may not know anybody. The fear is overwhelming. Women should have a longer paid maternity leave in order to heal and bond with their baby. There are many problems that can result from not having enough time to heal and bond with your new baby. However, there are options that we should consider. I hope to persuade you to also believe that mothers should have a longer maternity leave. First, I'd like to talk to you about the problem with not having maternity leave paid. Maternity leave is defined as a leave of absence for an expectant or new mother for the birth and care of the baby. Women in America can take up to 12 weeks of non-paid maternity leave. Women's Health USA reported 80.7% of women who take maternity leave take 12 weeks or less. Women use short-term disability, sick leave, vacation, and personal days in order to have some of their maternity leave paid for. 29.7% of women do not have any of their maternity leave paid. Having a new baby is very expensive. Doing it without an income is extremely difficult. CNN reports that a new baby can cost upwards of $6,200. The first couple of months, you change the baby's diaper 8 to 10 times per day. Diapers can cost roughly 25 cents each. 12 weeks of diapers is 900 diapers. 900 diapers at 25 cents each is $225. A mother from California states that the first few months are the most expensive because newborn babies dirty more diapers than older children. Mothers who use formula for their new babies are spending anywhere from $15 to $30 per can of formula. Babies typically have a bottle every 2 to 4 hours. Most moms use a can of formula a week. That's anywhere from $60 to $120 just in formula. Women who need to rush back to work are less likely to breastfeed their babies. Many women have to return within 6 weeks of giving birth, said Dr. Deborah Campbell, Director of Neonatology at Montefiore Medical Center, New York City, during an interview with USNews.com. She says, "But it takes time to establish breastfeeding. Not every baby is born knowing how to breastfeed. Mothers can have challenges. Mom and baby need time to become in sync with each other. Even with higher rates of breastfeeding initiation, when women have to go back to work, they often choose to combo feed with bottle and breast, and the bottle undermines the breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is the best thing for a baby. Breastfed babies have a better immune system and are healthier in general. Early Childhood Longitudinal Study Birth Cohort performed a study on 6,150 first-time mothers. 74% of the women who took at least 13 weeks of maternity leave initiated breastfeeding compared to the 65% who took only 6 weeks. 34% of the women who took longer than 3 months of leave continued to breastfeed compared to the 18% of the women who took 1 to 6 weeks of leave. This study provides further support that we need to have more maternity leave for women to establish and promote the continuation of breastfeeding," Campbell said. I hope you now have an idea of how important it is that mothers should have a paid maternity leave. Now let's look at some possible alternatives. As I see it, there are 2 ways we can approach this problem. Mothers should get the opportunity to stay home for up to a year with their little ones. After the year is up, or if they choose to return to work sooner, then they should be able to return back to work. Their job should be the same, and the pay rate should stay the same. Also, they should keep their benefits during this time, or mothers should get a percentage of their pay while on maternity leave. Being a mother is hard work too. If mothers choose to take 6 months off, they should get anywhere from 20 to 50% of their normal pay. The employers or government should work with the expecting mothers to figure out a percentage that works well with everyone's budget. Mothers still have bills to pay and have mouths to feed on maternity leave. Out of the 196 countries on this great earth, 6 of them do not pay mothers for maternity leave. 190 do. The US, Australia, Swaziland, Lesotho, Kazakhstan, and Tajikistan are the ones who do not. That's from UN.org. Now let's examine some solutions. Everybody needs to compromise. If third world countries can do it, we can do it too. There will obviously be problems with employers and insurance providers. Many employers won't want to pay employees who are off work for several months or weeks. Insurance companies won't keep coverage on women who aren't working. Mothers need the comfort in knowing they have job security and money to feed their families. They need the insurance to help cover doctor expenses. Employers and insurance companies need to compromise. Women need time to heal. Breastfeeding is the best option for both mom and baby, so they need time to do that. I hope I've given you a better understanding of why maternity leave should be paid and longer. Maternity leave is not long enough. Mothers should still get some sort of payment from their employers or government and be able to keep their jobs. When they return to work, they should have the same job with the same pay rate and benefits. Women have babies every day and are returning to work too quickly. More babies are becoming ill and need the nourishment from breast milk. If a mother is working, it's very hard to nurse the baby. Maternity leave is just not long enough. If you want to help lengthen the time allotted for maternity leave, then call or write your governor and senators. Let's get a bill to the White House.